and welcome to Microsoft Ignite. We've got a big day ahead and lots in store for you. First, we want to acknowledge that the land where the Microsoft campus is situated was traditionally occupied by the Sammamish, the Duwamish, the Snoqualmie, the Suquamish, the Muckleshoot, the Snohomish, the Tulalip, and other Coast Salish peoples since time immemorial. A people that are still here, continuing to honor and bring to light their ancient heritage.
Hey guys, before we get started, I just want to acknowledge that the land that this show is made on was originally inhabited by a bunch of barbaric savages who had yet to even invent the wheel.
I'm an Asian and white female with dark brown hair wearing a red sleeveless top.
I'm a tall Hispanic male wearing a blue shirt, khaki pants.
I'm a Caucasian woman with long blonde hair, and I go by she, her.
I'm a Caucasian man with glasses and a beard. I go by he, him.
I'm a woman of Indian descent. I have brown hair, brown eyes, and I'm wearing some killer 5-inch heels.
Sure are.
And my name is James Barnes, a white male, 6'5", 230 pounds, brown eyes, bald head, really raggedy beard, and a nice brown leather jacket. So that was Microsoft Ignite, basically kind of an online conference where they were going over some of the updates to a lot of their software. You know, a bunch of new things that no one really asked for, just like Microsoft typically does. And, you know, all in all, that doesn't really mean much at all. And they introduced a couple weird features here and there, but what was really just weird was their intros. So first off, you saw it right there, right, where they introduced saying, of course, this land that Microsoft is on, it was originally inhabited by all these different tribes, and I'm sure they got along just fine, right? Those tribes, they'd never warred, they never fought each other, and of course, you know, these tribes have had this since time immemorial, which is code for saying, listen, these people were so much of savages, they didn't have any written language, and we have no documents, and no one knows who owned what because we have no freaking clue until, of course, we arrived here and introduced civilization. I'm sorry, I'm not going to apologize for it. Was it bad? Yeah, it was pretty bad. We conquered the hell out of them. Did we do some atrocities? You damn right we did, right? I mean, guess what? That's part of what conquering is. It was a different time. Every society committed atrocities against people they conquered, even the natives committed atrocities against their fellow tribes. Don't forget, many of the tribes united with us because they wanted to go commit atrocities to their neighbors. It's literally how societies existed up until, of course, the modern world. And, you know, thank goodness, I don't think we should go around committing atrocities, obviously. You know, let's face it, you know, we're nice and civilized now, at least to some level. But they do this thing where, of course, they say, you know, all these tribes, you know, they all own this land, and of course they list out 20 tribes, and they don't know which one owned what. They have no clue because, again, they didn't have the written language. They didn't even have the damn wheel. And there's tons of reasons why they didn't have these things, but the reality is these were people who were cavemen. If you looked at a tech tree on a video game, they would be at the lowest rung of just cavemen. They were literally using rocks and sticks. You could have sent Julius Caesar to the New World, and he still would have said, wow, these people are real savages. So what do you think is going to happen when you show up with a bunch of guns and ammo and explosives and massive ships? Of course, it's going to create some problems, all right? So enough is enough. Listen, we conquered a land. We took it from y'all. I'm sorry. Tough luck, all right? Go bitch about it like, of course, you know, the original French inhabitant, right? And you think France is inhabited by the people who originally lived there? No. They got conquered half a dozen times, and now the Franks came in and they invaded the area, and now they control it. All right, everyone's been invaded. Get over yourself. I don't care anymore. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. But one of the things I think was actually worse than that, I see a lot of people pointing out, of course, them talking about the original owners of the land prior to starting it. I'll be honest, I really don't care that much about it. It's just stupid. What is worrisome is their descriptions of themselves before every intro. Every person did this. They got up there and went, hello, my name's so-and-so. I am a white man with bald with brown eyes, went through the whole process, went through the whole spiel. And they claim it's because, of course, they want people who are blind to be able to, you know, have an idea of who it is speaking, which is just stupid for one. I mean, of all people you're trying to appeal to, they can still hear. I mean, they can still hear what you're doing. It's silly. It's just silly. But what's worse, that was the first thing they do to describe themselves, which is their race. Right? I am a Asian and white. I am Hispanic. I am white. They really, really, really care about race. They really care about external features so much. So much. It is astounding how much these people care about this stuff. These are the same people who like to say that's the right, who want to bring us back to the 50s. Yet it's not the right who's sitting there saying that we should, of course, make everyone express what race they are and focus on race, focus on gender, focus on all this nonsense. No one on the right saying we should focus on this crap. People on the right are just saying let's have meritocracy. You know, let the best man win, basically, or best person win. Fine, best person win. How's that? You know, whether, no matter who you are, no matter what race you are, no matter what gender you are, no matter any of this crap, first and foremost, what can you do? That should be who wins. Simple as that. It's the left who is saying, no, we got to always mention race. We always got to focus on race. We got to focus on gender. We got to focus on these characteristics that really just don't freaking matter. They don't matter. It's mind-boggling. These people actually think this stuff matters. I was at church yesterday, right? You know, yesterday, Sunday, me and my wife went to church. You know, talked to this very nice woman who has a kid, you know, about the same age as our kid. And, you know, so, you know, about half a year or so. And apparently she's from South Africa. She's working on getting her citizenship. She's here just on a visa, all that kind of stuff. And, you know, we had this awesome conversation. We're just talking. Never in my mind would I go, yes, isn't it good that we met that good black woman? No, I said, hey, it was really nice to meet you. Hey, you know, her and my wife exchanged numbers. They're probably going to spend some time together at some point, maybe go get coffee with the kids. I don't know what they do. But the point is, we never really went, oh, wow, we talked to a black woman. No, we went, oh, well, we talked to so-and-so. It's funny. We have this obsession today with race more so than I think ever before. I don't remember it being this way. I remember when I had a friend who was black, me saying, oh, that's so-and-so. Not that, oh, this is my black friend so-and-so. These people think these characteristics really matter. And I'll tell you, I'll point to the 3 characteristics about me that matter more than anything else. And in order: Christian, American, and father/husband. Those mean more to me than anything involving this. These outward appearances don't mean really much of anything. And also, if I was going to describe myself, I would put my height before I'd put my damn race. Yet now I'm seeing more and more people describing their bio and their, you know, description about themselves. Oh, I am black, I am white, I am Hispanic. Oh, I'm sorry, you can't say white. A lot of times they'll just say black, Hispanic. But put white in there, then they'll call you a white supremacist because you're trying to let everyone know, of course, you're white. It's total nonsense. It's just nonsense. And we're really becoming more of a society that we're having to put these attributes on display all the time when it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. We have ended segregation. We have ended segregation. The only true segregation that exists now is self-segregation. That's it. Right? There is no systematic oppression happening to minorities in this country. Now, there are some systematic racist acts committed against white people. The fact that my son will have to score a higher score on his SATs just because of the color of his skin kind of irks me a little bit. Now, I didn't go to college, so I really didn't give a damn. But the fact that my son, if he wants to go to college, will have to score higher on his SAT because he was born a certain shade is appalling. And it should appall anyone, and especially if you're Asian. I mean, my God, you have to score way up here if you're Asian because everyone knows all you Asians are smart, aren't you? That's the way the left looks at these things. We are literally building society back. We're really going back in time to build a society based on race. That's what's happening. And we're seeing it now at the highest levels. And yes, I'll put Microsoft at the highest level. I'll put Microsoft, in fact, I'll put what's happening at Microsoft, Google, Amazon. I'll put all that stuff higher than what's happening in government. Because at the end of the day, who do you think really has more power these days? Who are you really more afraid of now if they were to come after you? If one of these people were to come after you, whether it be government or whether it be these huge corporations, who would you fear more? I put the height of society right now probably with the companies, because right now they do maintain more power than the government. And it's really frightening, actually, to a certain level. It's very frightening. So what happens with that, the things they do, what they're, what's happening at their headquarters, it's important because it's going to be what everything else is based on moving forward. We no longer have to really worry about what the government does in the case of like certain laws, violating, of course, speech laws or anything like that. We do have to worry about, though, when it comes to the public forum online, because that's only controlled by a few people. And of course, people have got their bank accounts suspended. Banks have said they're no longer going to bank with certain people because opinions they said online. We are moving to a very, very scary place now. So when these people, these organizations like Microsoft do stuff like this, where they're, of course, putting that out there saying, of course, our land was owned by natives. And by the way, I'm a white woman and I am a black man and I'm a Hispanic man. It sets the standard for what society is going to develop into going further. That's what it does. It sets a standard saying, hey, here's where we're going. Here's where we're moving forward. And you're going to see the rest of society and our smaller business emulate this moving forward. That's what's really going to happen. It's depressing, really. It's terribly, terribly sad. Is this sort of nonsense people have to stand up against? And people have been to a certain level. You see people joking them left and right, as it should be done. Microsoft should be made to feel just embarrassed about this, and joking them online is a great way of doing it. It really is. But what else do you think needs to be done? How should we actually try to change the culture in a more positive way? Because right now, this is just total nonsense. What do you think we should start doing maybe to help move things back to a more reasonable spot? Leave in the comments below. As well as, of course, if you've enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. Really does help out a lot. Like the channel, as well as, of course, subscribe if you want to see more like this. Either way, thank you so much for watching, and we'll be talking again real soon.